Hello YouTube, my name is Daniel Bonilla and I'm going to be reviewing today for you the Deadpool Premium Format statue by Sideshow Collectibles. As many of you know, this statue has been out for quite some time and I believe there's a bunch of reviews on it online. So this will be my first and only review for this statue. I bought this piece probably a month and a half ago. I got him on eBay since he's no longer available on Sideshow's website, the exclusive or the regular version. I happen to have the exclusive Heatseeker version, which has the switch out selfie face for those who want to display that option. I personally prefer the regular one with his gun out. I think it looks pretty cool. I like the portrait better in that version as well. This is how I'll be displaying him. It's actually a very cool piece, but let's get into the review. A lot of people do backgrounds on these characters. I really don't. Number one, I don't know the background. I don't read comics. I love the characters and I love the statues. So I collect them. I don't read the comics. Just something I never did. If you do, more power to you. It's just not my thing. But otherwise, let's get right into the review. First and foremost, I want to talk about the concept of this statue. The concept is actually one that, for me, really captures Deadpool. At least what I know of him. He's a comic bull, a comic. He's a smartass. He likes to make jokes and do outlandish things. And this is pretty outlandish. I mean, he's on an exploding base. It looks like some kind of maybe blacktop or just regular concrete. There's an explosion. There's a missile behind him. That's what they call it, a heat seeker version. All while he's shooting and cutting right through a live grenade. This concept is really, really, really cool. And his pose is dynamic and it's unbelievable. They executed this statue so well. And when you consider that this piece is almost 3 or 4 years old now, it's more impressive because that just wasn't that common back then. Nowadays, you see much more dynamic pieces that are being made, especially by Sideshow. XM's doing some as well. Prime One does mostly museum pieces, and they're amazing, but they're huge museum pieces. This is much more dynamic, and if you like comics or comic books, this is one you'll probably relate to better. Anyways, this piece conceptually works great for me. I love that there's so much going on, and they pulled it off just so well. Now I'm going to get into the base, of course, which a lot of people really like this base, and I think there's a lot to like about it, but I wish they'd gone with brighter colors for the fire effects and the explosion effects, because it looks kind of dull. Now it's well done. I mean, you can tell there's an explosion going on. I love the clear resin that they used here. It almost looks like plastic, but it is resin to depict the explosion. And then it's just, you see the parts of the road that are just flying out. And they did a beautiful job depicting that explosion and the realism of it. It's outstanding. I will say this. I guess because of the weight distribution of this base, and now, mind you, this is a few years old, there's some warping going on. It's not enough for it to be an issue where it's not balanced. It sits almost perfectly level, but you can tell there's a bit of warping going on. So if, that might be a concern to some, not to me. I put him right next to their cable premium format, which I'll be reviewing next probably. And it really, to me, it works very well. Okay, moving on to the body and the sculpt. Really outstanding. Again, it's very dynamic. He's got this incredible pose that really captures Deadpool, what you think of him. He's battling, he's dodging a missile, cutting a grenade, like I said before, and they did an outstanding job capturing him. But what good does it do you to just capture him, right, if you don't execute him well? Well, they did. I mean, this thing is every fiber, every stitch on his outfit looks realistic, and this is all sculpted. None of this is mixed media. From the boots and their straps and those laces, which look like absolute real laces. I mean, they did an outstanding job. As you move up his legs, which his knees and all the creases that come about, from his motion down to his package. I mean, you can see, that there's something there, which is actually pretty cool that they did that. His belt and all of the accessories and all the pouches that go around it look real, even though they're just sculpted on there. They did an incredible job of just painting it and doing it in a way where it looks real. His two guns just look amazing. They look very realistic. That silverish finish, and then the holsters look leather. His knife and looks unbelievable by his legs. As you move up the costume, the way the wrinkles are, on the top of his suit, the different colors that they use to differentiate. It looks like it's real mesh, but it's sculpted, and they do a great job of that. As usual at Sideshow, they're to be commended. Down to the elbows, his gloves on his hands, they're unbelievable. And there's some wear on this stuff, right? It looks like he's been through something. It's not just a perfect costume without any damage. If you look closely, you see all of the little different specks that are there from the fight. The boots have dirt on them. It's really pretty special the way they pulled this off. And even though, like I said, it's older, it's still worth getting. If you're looking for this on the market and you're considering getting him, do it. You won't be disappointed. It's really, really well executed. This was like a $690 statue back then. It's a maquette, really, and they didn't call it that, but that's what it really is. It's outstanding. This has a switch out portrait, so now I'm going to get into the portraits, obviously. They're very well done. When you look at this one, this is the standard or the collector's edition portrait, which is the one that I'll be displaying him with because it goes with his machine gun, which looks unbelievable. You can even see the gun casings coming out. It's outstanding. I know the camera work isn't terrific, but it looks really, really well done. The guns are great. The fire effect is really cool. You see the bullet at the tip. It's very convincing. It looks really, really good. And then when you go to his right hand holding the katana, it's made of real steel. It's unbelievable. It's cutting through a grenade. The execution is so good on this. It absolutely is. It's just unbelievable what they can do today with statues, the sculpts, and I understand the prices have gotten really, really high, and it's pushed a lot of people out of the industry. I'm not a rich guy by any means. I just budget my money well, so I'm able to get these. But it's something that you have to consider strongly because, as a collector, you want everything. There's a piece, you like it, you want to add it because it completes your collection, whatever the case may be. And, some of us have to be careful with how we spend our money. So I'm selective nowadays with what I buy. Anyways, if you're on the fence about getting this, get him. Paint-wise, he's unbelievably well done. I mean, the colors are there. The shading is unbelievable. The boots look like real boots. The paint app is outstanding. Very little blemishes. I mean, if you nitpick any statue, you're going to find some imperfections here and there. But there isn't a whole lot here to be, picky about because all the lines are perfectly done. The colors are good. The shading is excellent. Everything's very well defined, and the differentiation is really good. The folds on his face are really, really good. All the creases that make up the costume are really, really well done. So now I'm going to switch out this arm and this head and put on the exclusive, which is the selfie stick and the selfie face, where he's basically winking and blowing a kiss. This is not for everyone. It's pretty cool if you like it. And the selfie stick even comes with its own selfie photo, which is a nice touch if you like that sort of thing. So let me take this arm off first. Now, if you place him down, make sure you don't place him down where his bullets are coming out, because you might break something. There's a very strong magnet. As usual, Sideshow does a great job with that. I mean, you're spending money, but it's good quality. You're not getting chipped, and it's just you don't feel like you're getting gypped in any way. So there's the exclusive version with his selfie stick. Again, this is not everyone's cup of tea. It certainly isn't mine. I'm not a selfie guy, although my wife might like it more. It is pretty cool to have the option. I don't think an exclusive is a must-have in this case. If you find the collectors, I think you'll be more than happy with them, unless you have to have the exclusive. I happened to find them on eBay at a good deal, so I pulled the trigger. But it's not a exclusive or bust type of statue. You can go either way with this one. Anyways, that's been my review of Deadpool. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I certainly like the statue. Happy collecting. Take care, guys.